Thought I'd just hop on in. Tell you about the weather. The weather's looking pretty rough out there. Yes, it is. The cat's in the window getting in my fly again. He's that fly, he ain't gonna like it because he's gonna come out in a worm. A friend of mine just shot me a message telling me it was raining over there at their house. Look like the bottom's fixing to fall out here. For real. It's dark. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's dark. We're supposed to have some bad storms coming through. I don't think they're going to last very long, but we're supposed to have that. I love storms. I really do. I love the sound of them. I can sleep right through them too, because I know that people ask me, did you hear that storm last night come through? Didn't hear a sound. Slept right through it. I don't see no flying. I seen him chewing. I hope he didn't eat it, because if he did, that fly set that larvae in him and it'll come out. That's the awfulest thing in the world if you ever seen one of them come out. He tried and he fell right off. I wish I'd have seen that. He's so bad. Didn't quite make it there, did you, LePew? LePew, that's the name of the cat. Pepe LePew. I probably didn't tell you about old Peps before. All my animals are spoiled. Weird, when you train them, you gotta be stern in your voice, because I don't believe in, hitting an animal. If you do, you just swat it. You don't. Anyhow, it's like but you gotta be stern. You gotta be stern. Because that way you can control them with the sound in your voice, and that's the way I've always known. But it's like I do that, and I guess, I don't know, the kids, that's like I'm just mistreating it. I want to see a dog mistreated, go out there, and I'll show you one day. I know dogs on that cable out there, because his collar so tight you can't even get your fingers in it. So I loosened it up one notch, and it probably relieved, but didn't really do nothing for it. Probably relieved him a little bit on his throat. And when you raise your hands up over his head to do something, he cowers down. Yes, that's an abused animal, and I can't stand that. I'm an animal lover. Golly, I love them too much. I mean, I tell you what, if I was abusive to animals, this one right here, I don't know if you see him, he's sitting down right now. He's about as nappy as you can come, and he won't let you touch him. You cannot do nothing with that dog. Nothing. Or come back with a nub. And that's a Shih Tzu. And he's about as they come. All that hair matted up on him. And what's wrong with my throat is this pollen in there. It always gets in my throat. I guess it gets in my nose and then gets in my throat when it drains. But it makes my throat so, it just feels so scratchy. It's not a sore throat, it's just a scratchy throat. And I did have some stuff to spray down, but as long as I'm drinking coffee, I don't want it. So I guess that's out. But it'll stop. You can get you some warm salt water like Grandma used to do, and rinse your mouth out, gargle your throat with it, and that helps a lot. Make sure the salt is dissolved though. Warm salt water used to be the thing. Sore throat, anything. Toothache. God knows I've had a bunch of them. It wasn't drugs. No, I wasn't on drugs. I never did any hard drugs till I was over 40. So, anybody that says anything like that don't know what they talking about. Oh, I was always a late bloomer. You want my kitty. And there's a kitty. That's what you call Tigger. Look at the tip of her tail. It almost like it glows in the dark. And she loves to be rubbed. Her's a rub baby. Yes, there was. There was mama rub baby. And all these people think I'm mean to Aunt. Well, they don't better than that, but that's a lie they can tell on me. Like when Jamie comes sees that dog, he looks in her eyes like, I'll get you out of this one day. What are you in? That don't mean. Jamie knows what that dog's in. Nothing. Yeah, she gets hollered at and she might get her butt swatted, but she's not minding me. And to me, hollering at you, telling you what to do could be life or death. Yeah, when I call for a dog's supposed to answer. I mean, come on. Where's the world coming to that we can't even train our dog because we'll hurt their feelings? Please. That's what's wrong with the people today. They're so sensitive. I mean, everybody is. You hurt. Oh, don't do that. You'll hurt his feelings. Don't you know you hurt his feelings? Don't you know you gonna hurt our feelings? You know, when we was growing up and we sit there with our feelings hurting, we'd say, suck it up. Didn't say buttercup because that wasn't it. Wuss was one of the words we used. Wuss. What are they crying for? Get your feelings hurt, kitty baby. You little wuss. That's the way we always did. Tough as lighter knots. Thank God, because, you know, if I wasn't raised the way I was, I couldn't have survived the life I lived, and that's for sure. And I lived a long, hard life, and I chose to live that because I was taught right from wrong, and I knew what I was doing was wrong when I did it. And whenever you do wrong, you need to think of the consequences or the ripple effects it'll have in your life, because they will be ripple effects. And if you hurt yourself, I bet you money you're hurting somebody else. I bet you on it. I'm willing to bet that. I never knew that till I was older and seen what just one thing that a person does. I mean, a person's actions, how it could affect so many more than themselves. So when you do something, you need to consider the people around you. You want to hurt them, or all that. Especially if it's a bad decision. Now, that can be a positive thing too, but you need to think about every decision you make, how it's going to affect your life, if you need it in your life. You know? Don't do it on that whim thing. Because I'm here to tell you, you'll destroy everything you got for 1 minute of what you did wrong. A lifetime. That's weird how, like, one thing you do wrong can destroy a lifetime. And it can. It can. You'll never be the same person again. I don't know whether that's good or bad. I think it's bad because I'd rather not know what I know now if I didn't do. Man. Anyway, you can't do nothing about it once you do it. But you listen to wiser people, not the people that don't know what they're talking about. I'm talking to people that knows what they're talking about. The reason I don't have no teeth because I was poor when I was raised. We didn't have milk every time you sit down. Now, we had a milk cow and stuff, but that was when we was younger, living on with my aunt, and when they had to do something. But when we got older, we stayed with my grandmother, and my grandma had a gallon of milk, and Mama's 4, my uncle's 2, and whatever other stray that come along, she couldn't afford, and she was the one buying it. She couldn't afford it. So we didn't have milk, so we didn't have calcium for our teeth, and all we ate was beans. I know beans is good for you for the protein, but you need other things too. But that's all we had, but we was fed. So that's all I can say about it. And I'm glad I'm I mean, I'm proud of the way I was raised. See, that's what's wrong with my kids. They never had it real bad till they was grown, and so they got to fabricate their raising, how bad it was. And it wasn't that bad, believe me, it wasn't. They had some rough times, yeah. But who didn't? Who didn't? And they were wusses. They can't come out of it. They use it, and I don't know what they used out there in the world telling people their mother can't come visit them, I guess, because I'm the worst mother that ever walked. Like I told a friend of mine last night, I asked him, I said, that's my dog. Ori, leave her alone. Ori, no. Now, see, that's all I had to do, and Ori, come on. I didn't have to hit or nothing. She's going to come on with me. She wants that dog bed that Coco's got. Coco's up. You seen her. Alright, you leave my cats alone now. But, yeah. Whatever we was talking about. Well, Ori and Coco disturbed us. Coco's coming now. She heard her name. I guess she heard it. She usually don't hear. She sees me over here rocking, so she got to come be nosy. What's Mama talking about? And it's none of your damn business. Oh, about bad decisions and the way you was raised and the way Mandy and Jamie fabricate the way they were raised. And I was asking that guy I've been knowing for 12 years, a real good friend. That's another story. But yeah, we're real good friends. But he's been knowing me ever since I've lived up here in North Alabama, South Tennessee. I asked him, now, you've been knowing me 12 years. What have I done to my kids? Nothing other than, done whatever I could for them. Took care of my son for years and years and years because he wouldn't work. Now he's working. He left. Had to be hard-headed and wouldn't listen to me and left. I told him to leave because I hit him and it wasn't going nowhere because Jamie, to this day, still acts the same. Like he's done nothing to nobody, that I'm the whole culprit, that none of this would happen if it hadn't been for me. And I don't know anything I did but try to tell him what he needed to do with his money, which that guy's doing the same thing I was doing. And I'm not trying to take your money. I just want you to, I wanted to teach him how to put himself on a budget, how to teach him how to take care of himself. Not me take care of it for him. That was my goal. And that what they did, look what it affects. Look at Mandy's kids. Mandy's got 4 kids. And she has nothing to do with none of them. Walked off and left them. Walked off and left her youngest that she stayed with for 10 years. Stayed with when he wasn't at school, when he was a baby. Raised him up. But 11 now, 12. And walked off and left him. Never looked back. I can't wrap my head around that. Today, mine hurt me and mine's grown. Now, could you imagine me ever hurting them as a kid? When it hurts me so bad what they've done to me now. I've always been a good mother. And like I asked that guy, you've been knowing me 12 years. What have you seen me do to my kids? Nothing. Well, what are they saying about me? I mean, okay, say I was a bad person before I moved up here 12 years ago. Well, heck, if I've been living a good life for 12 years, then that's my past. But I wasn't. I was living all right. That don't make no sense. They might could dig up some bones from way, way back in the day, but they can't dig up nothing in the last 12 years. I haven't done nothing. Nothing. Took care of Jamie. Went there and worked for Jamie till I couldn't. I got on disability, then Jamie still stayed with me on my disability check. He wouldn't put a penny in the house. And the minute that he started having to put some money in here, he had to go. He wanted to go anyway. He hated giving me a dime. But he took it from me. That's fine. 'Cause he's my son, he don't owe me nothing. That's fine. He don't owe me nothing. But I don't owe him anything either. Yeah, they owe me a lot. They owe me a heck of a apology of what they've done. And I don't want him back around. I don't want Jamie over here. You got to come see a dog. I asked him, I said, why didn't that man say hello to your mom? Well, he knew I was just going to go over there to see a dog. Jamie didn't say no more. That's all he come over here. Wanting to see his old mama. To see a dog. Mama can't even go see where he lives. 'Cause there's no telling what they've said. What kind of lies they've done spread on me. And yeah, I know I talk about it a lot, but it hurts. It's my kids. It blows my mind really because I can't understand it. Maybe that's why. And I'll shut up about it. Life goes on, right? That's what we're going to do. I'm sorry about that, but it's just that pollen in me. And I don't like to take them old sinus pills that make me feel weird, sleepy or something. I don't like that. And that makes my legs hurt. Have you ever in your life heard anything like that? Look at there. See if you can see her. I don't know what you can see. Yeah, see her. You want to look out there and see what's going on. Uh-oh, she's after the fly. They don't yet, which is a good thing. They after that old fly. My windows don't look too good, but I just live in an old renter. And you know what? It might not look, well, it's clean, but it's my home. It's where I lay my head every night. And I'm blessed to have it. You know, there's people out there with no homes, no hope, no nothing. And that's sad. That is sad, sad, sad that they don't think there's no hope when there is. There's plenty of hope. Anyway, I think I'm going to get off here and go back and lay down. I just don't feel good today. My throat's scratchy and I really ain't got much to say today. Once I get out there in the real world and we start doing our podcast, then I'll have a whole lot to say. I know I'm going to be working on my teeth, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have. But I'm going to get on here as much as I can. Cooking, I know how to cook. Man, I can tell you how to cook a whole meal out of grits. So yeah. What I had yesterday was good, and it was grits too, with other stuff, but it was good. I teach you how to make a lot of stuff with grits. You use grits with rice. Have grits and gravy, for real. Anyway, I'm going to get off here. Y'all take care of yourself, and night-night.